muted myself, so that's all good. Yeah, we are rolling again. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You pick where you are. How you all doing? I woke up bloody early this morning, very early this morning, and couldn't sleep. I got up at around 4 and started looking at my emails and my messages on Facebook, my messages on YouTube and everything, and just things just moving along. And you know, the other day on Monday, I woke up a little bit early and I watched Dave's show, and that was pretty interesting. He was talking a little bit about gun control and his ideas about guns and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I gave my 2 cents in about guns on my show after his, and I had to go get my meds over at Walmart, and my aunt and I was talking a little bit about the guns, her and I was talking about, and we drove a little bit into town, and we seen all these cop cars clustered together, and we thought there was like an accident, and we were at a stoplight, and I told my aunt, "Don't be a rubberneck," and we started going. I told my aunt, "Slow down," and I looked, and there was a bank robbery that morning. On Monday morning, as we were talking, almost we were driving by, and the bank got robbed at around 10 o'clock in the morning when they opened, more or less, and the robber went in and he robbed the bank and everything. And I mean, the irony is we were talking about gun control and everything, and this guy went into our town bank, the only bank in town. We got a Walmart, we got a Carhartt factory in town and everything, and he robbed the bank. And it's just, it was just a little bit wild. It was just white. How could this happen? And like I said, we're a small town of only 700 people, and it's just, and they evidently they didn't catch the guy yet. And there was an elementary school just like maybe 100 yards from the bank, and the school went under lockdown, and there was cops like on a manhunt, and they were looking into people's trunks of their cars, and I guess they were going house to house. There's troopers around, and the cops were wearing cami, and it looked pretty like something was happening. But yeah, do you want to have a gun control? If you take away the guns from all the good people, well, the bad guys get the guns, but what about the good people? Like my aunt, Dave, Richard,
Yeah, I agree. When one of these bank robbers, gets desperate and they get cornered or something by the police, they take a hostage, and then maybe a neighbor or something. Because some of these police down in Southern Florida didn't do their friggin' job at that. From what I've heard reported, they, their pensions were getting near, so they ran off and didn't engage the shooter at that school. So. But they want to blame guns, But if you take away guns, people will always find a way to kill. Europe has no guns, and the terrorists over there, they take anything at their means to destroy people. If people are bent on destruction, they'll find a way. So, but we have a different country here than
I'm okay with, you know, making sure like gun safety and all, but
Absolutely.
taking away your guns, you know, that's kind of messed up. Even where we live here in Madisonville, Kentucky, I mean, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it feels like the middle of nowhere. I mean, we got to drive like a half an hour to go to a big city, but you know, even in a small town, we got crap like this happening.
Hey, Kev, is my mic staticky? Because yours is a little staticky. Maybe you can adjust your
mine is, well, yours is, I can hear a little bit, a click, click.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, how you doing, man? Let me take a look into mine real fast. But yeah, these people, you know, that's having these problems with guns. What would happen if you took away the guns, took away our right? You know.
Yeah.
You don't really know what can happen to us. I mean, if it's going to be if it really can help us, or is it going to really hurt us? I don't know what would happen if if she won the election. What would happen? I mean, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
How do I sound now, Richard?
Yeah, you sound clear now, Kev.
Huh. Okay,
so
we'll try this for a moment.
Well, those girls behind you, man, they're sure beautiful. Hey, now.
Those are Girl Scouts.
They're Girl Scouts?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
They just a bunch of nice Girl Scouts, just when we were in the Philippines, and they wanted to have class, and they were part of my group class. And we went to our whole school, and a lot of the tutors, we went to Boracay, which was a long not a bus ride, but we got those vans that we rented out, and that was still around 5 hours.
These were your girls here behind you?
Yeah, they were my students at my language school.
Wow.
At the Korean Language Center.
Teach me in the ways of love, Kevin.
Oh man, I got a whole bunch of. Well, this is my best picture, but I got other pictures of my students, like in class. I got a couple of students when we were outside of class, but I got a couple of pictures with dudes in the picture with the girls. But this is the only good picture I got with young ladies.
Hey, Kev, are these girls generally taller, the Korean girls and the Filipino girls?
Oh yeah, by far. They're maybe 5 inches taller.
Wow.
They're quite a bit taller. The Filipino girls feel a little bit intimidated by the height of the Korean girls.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our tutors, they wear they wear like elevated slippers, flip-flops.
Mm-hmm.
So I just to make them appear taller.
So how did you feel around them? Weak in the knees?
I was very professional.
Professional, huh?
But they like to drink like they drink like a man.
Oh my God.
A lot of the Koreans, men, women, university, even high school, like seniors, they drink already, and alcoholism is a big thing in Korea.
I know what your detractors are going to say. Your detractors are going to say, see those 4 girls? Your wife found out, and then she had her brother come after you with the knife. Yeah. Right? You say you were just a chick's boy.
I'm just trying to do my civil duty as a nice person and try to help. Trying to, you know, the mothers though, these Korean mothers, they would bring their the elementary age students to the Philippines for our the language schools, and these mothers, they would go out and having a good time and doing everything, and they did a lot of drinking, partying, having a very, very good time.
The mothers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got there was a whole lot of great mothers that would go there. Even the fathers would come. Some of the fathers would come just to get try to have class, and then at the end they would get a certificate also, and that would act like a bonus for their job, and they would get kind of like a pay raise for their for learning how to speak English, or to get a better grip on speaking English. But they only come to the Philippines, learn English, have class for a while, and then they go back to the Korea, and they don't go back to speaking English. They just go back to speaking Korean language, and all that time and energy that they spend in the classroom is kaput. So it's kind of a waste of time, but they have a good time when they're in the Philippines by like going to the lake, going to the beach, going shopping. They love to go shopping because everything is a lot cheaper here in the Philippines.
So how did they get there? What is the reason the Koreans come there? Are they go?
Just for that certificate that they get at the language center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's eye candy for sure. Yeah. Some Filipinos are a little bit more conservative. Nowadays, some are wearing bikinis, but they're a little bit shy. But these girls seem to be not very shy with showing their bikini bodies, huh?
Well, they're at the moment, a lot of people are getting some of the mothers are wearing big one piece. Hey, Gogo, Nick, white American expat. A lot of the mothers they're a little bit conservative still. They wear one piece, but they also like to go out and have a good time.
Were these girls of legal age that are behind you in the picture?
Oh yeah, oh definitely. They're all college wow. Age.
Mamma mia!
University and college students. Not many of them go to trade school, but most of the girls. We even get a couple of brainiacs that go to Seoul National University, and that school is more like Harvard, more like Yale status. And those guys, they really want to have my class because I was like the only English speaking.
So they have like an Ivy League school in Seoul, South Korea.
Oh yeah, that's a big. Like I said, I mean, if you get to go to that school, you're like like if you have that on your resume, you're gonna get a top job.
Mm-hmm.
just like on your resume, you got Harvard, Yale, Oxford. Those guys, I mean, you got there's like a shoe-in for work.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I had a lot of those students in my class, and a lot of them are like a brainiac, and some of them were pretty fun, and some of them was kind of like dull. They I think they just want to get out of career and just do something. But
Gogo has a question. He says for Kevin, why doesn't Kevin go back and just teach English full time?
Oh, are you talking about like for here in the U.S. wise?
No, he said go back to the Philippines and teach English full time. Gogo's asking that.
That'd be good. That is, I got a friend of mine, and him and I was talking about that, and that is on my list. Yeah, on making money. That is. Then remember I was talking. I had my Korean friend that I invited, and he was on the guest panel, and him and I was talking earlier also. This was like back in January when he came on. So yeah, all that stuff is already we've been talking about.
I know Kev, I know the Filipino girls love like designer stuff too. I don't know in the Providence, but a lot of my wife's friends that live in the big cities there, they like the real top of the line designer Coach and all. I don't know the names of them, and Gucci and all those fancy things. I know there's a lot of imitations there and stuff they probably get from China, but they love labels and stuff, you know?
Yeah. Same with the Koreans, except the Koreans really do have original labels, designer clothes. I got this one student, his parents were both doctors. The mother was a doctor, the father was a doctor, and he had top of the line computer, Gucci clothes. He had a Gucci belt, and the belt buckle was made out of silver.
Yeah.
I mean,
morning, Malcolm.
So yeah.
So I wanted to say, like, my wife was helping out one of her college mates probably 5 years ago. She was buying some of that high-end stuff and shipping it in one of those Bally Bottom boxes there for her to sell and stuff like that. And she did quite well, you know, because the girl has over there has a couple kids to support. They're getting older now, but yeah. Oh, let's see. Gogo is asking, how can I send screenshot here? I don't know. Got me.
Oh, for who? For what?
I'm not John Doe.
Screenshot.
Gogo's not John Doe.
Maybe in Richard's Facebook or my Facebook, you can do send a screenshot, and then I could put it on my
Ooh, Bama sent a death threat for John Doe. Ooh, he's getting to be tough, huh? Hey, there's Bob. What's up, Bob?
Hey, Bob.
Sorry I missed your show, Bob. It was a little late last night for me.
Yeah, Bob. I turn off my phone and I turn off my ringer in the middle of the night. I understood that you tried to call me up, but I think I went to bed around 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw him a link if you want, Rich.
Sure, I already did.
Well, because I think Bob put me in exile from Facebook. He got angry at me.
I can't blame him.
What the hell? What do you can't blame him? I think you've been listening to Riff Raff Radio.
No. I was listening to the playback of your show the other day, and he said he was. I was reading his comments in the room, and he was over at some other chat room which I didn't see. And he said he wanted to come on your show, and you said you got heat from I think BAE show or something, and you wouldn't let him come on to speak his piece or something, you know. I don't know. Maybe it was good at the time. You never know, right?
Yeah.
Send it to Kevin, Gogo.
Well, he did. I don't understand. I mean, it's just a.
Really? He's gonna kill John Doe.
Yeah, I think that's metaphorically speaking, because
is there a militia to get John Doe?
I don't know.
Bama
you gotta first you gotta know what John Doe looks like. Then you gotta come back to the U.S. and seek him out.
Yeah, Bama's gonna come to New York, huh?
Wow. Well, you got to remember, John Doe, he's kind of armed. I mean, he's not a pushover like you're going to think. So, good luck on going up to his door.
Packing heat. Morning, Fred. Damn, Fred, it's early for you.
Fred.
I got to go get some more coffee, Kev.
So, I mean, you better be going. I think he's going to work, I think. Driving over, maybe he's going across the border over to Yankee territory. Hey, Ken. Good morning, buddy. Have to work in half an hour. Wow. Well, you got a half an hour. Are you on Facebook? I'll throw you a link. Don't look like Bob is coming. I sent Ben a link. Sent Alan the link. I also well, okay, wait. There you go. Kevin, Thailand Kevin, I just sent a link to there. He was pretty good. Last week he came over on my show in the audience, and he talked to a lot of people. So a lot of people talked back to him. So that was pretty good. How's your weather over there? Hey, Fred, how you doing, buddy? If you're listening, good morning to you. And hey, Jerry, also good morning. You and I talked this morning, and I love your video when you were telling John Doe hi, and everybody saying hi to John Doe. I was watching that on my Sony, and you know, it looks like everybody's having a good time. So yeah, I was watching that video, and everybody's having a good time, saying hi to John Doe. So I want to say hi back to John Doe.
What's up, Mr. Cooper?
Yeah, I'm trying to find you.
Hey, I missed your show last
night. Did you roll out of bed?
Oh, crap.
Even up as your doggy.
Oh, just a second, trying to find you.
Yeah. Oh, you want the show link is what you want. Let's see.
No, I got it, but I was playing some games and they're still on there. Making noise.
Yeah, Bob, I don't play those word games. Sorry about that.
The thing is can't take you off that thing. It seems like it just goes. Kind of early here, though, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was early when I woke up, so get with it, buddy. Okay, be a trooper.
Trooper.
Is it
So
cold?
I hear your town got robbed, huh?
Oh man, I tell you, we were talking about gun control and everything, and we were going down the street, and the damn bank was being robbed.
Yeah, ain't that something? But you know, that's a good thing, Kevin, in a way, because it's kind of like if you were in New York City, if you went to rob a freaking bank, you'd be busted in 5 seconds, you know? So it's better like a Bonnie and Clyde situation. You hit those little suckers. Might not get a lot of money out of them, might get it just enough to go to the next state. That's about it.
Oh, I guess he fled on foot. So I don't know what he was thinking, but
Probably your neighbor, man. He just needed to pay his mortgage or something.
I don't know. But
yeah, you never know nowadays. People get desperate, you know.
Can you picture if Bob was in Kentucky, man? He'd be out in the woods making moonshine, man. He'd have the.
I think Bob is from Kentucky.
I'd be making water, man.
Yeah.
Just like this morning, man. I had an accident outside making water.
Yeah.
Make what? You go pee
outside in my way.
Hey, Bob, how do you like that picture behind Kevin? Those were his Korean students in the Philippines. Not bad, huh?
He's a liar.
Don't be a hater.
He thinks he's a chick boy.
If they were your students, you'd show a little better picture than that.
Well, what do you mean? I mean, I can't show nothing else better than that.
Sure, you could. You could show their backsides.
You sure you're not going back to the Philippines, Bob?
No, it'll be a long time before this shit gets healed, man.
Bob wants to go back.
Yeah. Well, no, I think if you get married and have a baby again, that'd be about the time I'll go back, Kevin.
Oh, I'm not going to get married.
Oh, no, I promised Bama. I promised Bama where he has his first newborn that looked like a Ninja Turtle, you know. I'd show up, you know.
Bama's girl is pregnant.
Is she really?
What do you want, son? Oh, you want to see everybody? Okay.
Hey, he's not your son. It's just
hey, everybody. Hi, how you doing?
How is the little guy? Is he feeling better?
Yeah, well, I'm thankful for my mother, you know. I mean, truthfully, you know, I mean, and all that money she gave me to take him to the vet that day saved his life, you know.
Well, so be nice to your mother.
I can never repair. I mean, or rather say.
Yeah, mothers have good hearts, don't they? Most of them, they're good. Hey, what's up, Raymond?
Yeah, well, you know, I pay my rent and shit. It all goes to her, but thing is, she didn't want my money. She says, take care of your dog first.
You know what mothers usually do? They save the money and then give it back to you when you least expect it. Like if you're paying them rent or something like that, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what happened was I went to pay her rent. She says, I know you've been saving up, son. And, you know, I can only save about $100 a month, you know, I mean, you know, in actuality, because I just got back, you know, and I'm trying to make up, you know, some money. And so it was really nice that she says, no, Don, go ahead, take that money and go get your dog's help, you know. And, you know, $300 is $300, man. That saved my ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, so, you know, $300. plus $200, and that's $500. The $500 and what little left I had after that, you know what I mean? Saved his
Well,
life.
hopefully after that you didn't spend the money on like bubble gum or rippies or anything.
No, we're talking serious, Kevin. We're not talking about being a little kid in a candy store, you know.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about.
Can't afford candy right now. Can't afford cotton candy or Coke and candy. I can't. You know what I mean? So,
okay, well.
Yep. Just trying to get it all back together. You know, only been here a month, so as of today, the 28th, right? Yep. All day.
So what kind of plans are you having?
Well, I lost 20 pounds since I've been here.
Huh.
So that's pretty good for a month, you know.
How's your skeeter bites? You getting rid of your skeeter bites?
Oh yeah. Well, the first 10 days I was here, I was itching, peeling scabs, and so that they open up, put some of that cream stuff on there. They've been healing up, but man, your skin's gonna have these little brown marks, all over them. And that's what's really gross about this, is the after effects of the Philippines. For me,
Huh.
for me, y'all just don't understand.
That's why we invented screens for windows so skeeters don't come in and bite your ass. What are they, immune to them, the Filipinos, or what?
I think so. I think they were bit so much when they were a kid, and they still get bit. She got bit, and he got bit, but probably only once a month they get bit. So, and I think what it is skeeters don't like rice and fish heads. So.
Don't know, but when I was in Cebu last year, I was walking around. There was so much jeepney diesel. Yeah, I don't think any mosquitoes could survive walking, in that.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I mean that diesel smell, man, that really got to my lungs and stuff. And
it gives
I
like
can smoke cigarettes and it don't bother me a bit. But when I was around those people that burn trash, burn leaves, baby diapers, plastics. And anything
plastic's pretty bad.
They burn green fucking lawn waste, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, well, it's for the bugs. They burn that stuff to get rid of the bugs.
Yeah, but shit is getting rid of me at the same time. So.
Hey, Lost Nomad.
So. Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. I had a good host. Yeah, she was paid more than any host in the whole Philippines. I mean, but at the same time, who's gonna bathe you?
You must have dug that, man.
Who bathes you now?
Mama.
You're full of shit.
I know. She don't fucking even fucking kiss me or nothing, She stays the hell away from me. When I go to hug her, she runs the other way, Mama!
Remember that when Chris Farley was on Saturday Night Live and he played this toddler? That's Bob. Mama! He's crushing.
Mama!
Yeah. Well, you're not as big as Chris Farley was. He was one funny guy, though. I miss that guy.
What's really fucked up, all the celebrities, I'd say 91.5% of them die of cocaine or heroin or methamphetamine or marijuana.
Because they
marijuana's
party
been killing a lot of people, and they say it's not that addictive. Well, fuck. Bullshit. My sister, she's addicted to marijuana.
Marijuana?
Yeah.
Yeah, marijuana. Yeah, that's right. The thing is how high can you get? You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I smoked marijuana, but Marley, like probably a joint a week, you know. And fuck, my sister can smoke a joint and be all normal. You know what I mean?
Well, no. Well, I used to know what you mean, but yeah, that was pretty expensive back then.
Yeah, but nowadays it's like going to the store and buying cotton candy. You could do it all day long, you know. And
Yeah, Bob, Raymond saying that's how in the Philippines they get rid of the whiteys. They burn trash and it scares them out of the neighborhoods.
oh, Ray Moon says that.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh,
interpreted what he had to say. Yeah.
all right, let's see what he's saying.
Well, it's pretty bad when they burn that styrofoam. That's really bad.
Yeah, well, you know, it's pretty funny to see a big badass white guy grab a bucket of water and throw it right on your fire too.
Yeah. I bet you that wasn't
Well, I bet you didn't do that too many times.
to your
Yeah,
neighbors.
yeah.
I know you didn't, right?
Yeah, I did. I fucking Ren had a video. He came by one day and he what's that say?
What the hell is Ren doing? He had a birthday recently, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says he's 45, but he looks like he's 32. You know?
He looks young, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's telling his real age personally. That's just my own personal thought, you know. Because he don't look 45.
No,
You know,
not
I'm 51. Look at me. I'm fucking pure white, man.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't know what the hell that means, but
it's distinction.
Well, ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. You guys been
Christmas
bad.
is
I'm gonna
over.
put coal in your stockings. And that's what they do a lot in the Philippines. I gave everybody in the whole village coal in their stocking, and they said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Now I could go make a fire. You know, they're the only ones in the whole wide world that appreciate coal in their stockings.
Mm.
You do it here in America. You know, my mom stuck coal in my older brother's stocking, and he took it and threw it in the garbage can. That's how appreciative he is. You know,
No,
but,
well, see, coal used to be like a punishment.
yep, exactly. And I try to explain that to those people in the village, but they didn't understand a word I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they didn't understand English. So, you know, that's probably better for the better, you know, because shit only cost me like 600 for 100-pound sack of coal. And that was a lot of coal, man. And
Philippine travel. Hey, buddy. Good morning.
Philippine travel. Who runs that Philippine travel now? What's that guy's name?
So, Bob, what would you do if you had all four of those girls over at your house in the Philippines washing your back and stuff like that?
Huh? Oh shit! Yeah, I'd rip all that shit off and have an orgy. Orgy. They wouldn't have to wear clothes here, you know.
See, Kevin had
game. Would have to buy some new clothes.
Kevin had game, man. You should have taught English when you were there, man. And then you would have attracted the Korean ladies. You'd have had a whole bunch.
You know what? That's bullshit. You know, I mean, that was 99% of her problem. You know, I mean, I was going to send her and her son to school to learn English, which was only a mile away. They'd take the motorcycle and drive down themselves. You know what I mean? And give the teacher $1,000 a week. To teach them a little bit of English. And they said no. We ain't gonna learn English. We're never gonna learn English. And I said, okay, fine.
Okay.
Well, so I said, well, I learned a couple year, couple of your words, you know, a couple of your a little bit of your language, but I can't add it up. I'm not that smart, you know. Rather say I don't have a kid brain to understand no more, you know, to put the words together and make a sentence, rather say.
So how old was your girlfriend there, Bob? Was she like in her 30s or?
She was 44. She was an old broad.
Yeah, the Philippines, like English will benefit them in getting good jobs there when they're young, but as they get older, they're very, I don't know how to explain
Stubborn.
it.
Stubborn.
You can't get good jobs once you get past a certain age there. They want young.
They see that they're all used up like at 22. She's was double used up, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, I knew a lot of other girls, you know, in
true.
Hong Kong. Esther's in Hong Kong. She's my true love, is Esther. But she's on contract until 2020
Esther.
in Hong Kong. Yeah. She's a sweetheart.
I heard you talk about Esther, Bob, and I thought you was gonna have like a good thing with her, the way you were talking about her.
She's 49. She's 49. She's from Bahal.
Nice. And, that's a nice place, man.
Well, she said there's no mosquitoes there where she lives, you know. I mean, so it must be
she has
in
a
the
farm
province or something. And she says she's got like 10 hectares, so that's 20 acres. And
that's a lot
she's got an American style home, so you don't need bug spray. It's already there, you know. And
so
she said I can have that.
Area.
Well, her dad and mom just passed away this last year. Shit, they were 96 and 92.
Wow.
And this last year, so I never got to meet him. Well, I really didn't want to intrude, rather say, you know, intrude. And I was kind of waiting until they died off before I go over there and claim the land, you know.
They did die off already.
Yeah, they died off like prehistoric animals, you know. And you know, that's kind of rude for me to say that, but I didn't want to have to pay the funeral expense. You know, it was like 200,000 pesos. You know, all up front.
Yeah, I did that once.
Oh, really? And,
you know what they do, Bob, in the Philippines? They bury you in a grave, and then, like, after 5 years, they dig you up and they put you in an ossuary, like a bone box. That's what they did with my wife's mother. She died in 2006. So in 2011, they dug her up. And when we were just there last year, we went to her gravesite. But, you know, it's kind of creepy is all these people that live in the cemeteries. Like, it's a poor cemetery.
Yeah, well, the cemeteries, they're same with her mother, okay? Eva's mother, you know, she was buried 5 years, not buried, put in a wall, you know, a crypt.
Yeah.
And with the coffin, you know, slide the coffin in the crypt, put the block up. And she was there for 5 years, just enough long time. They put them in there for 5 years, so that gives the family from one day to the 5th year to save up to put them into a nice you know, a nice cemetery across town that's in the ground, you know.
Yeah.
And they have to save about 200,000 for the ground burial, you know. I was there when her mother got pulled on the wall, and then they took her old coffin and you know, they carried it. I seen it from a distance. They carried it and they put it in a coffin car, and they transported it back to the the place that has the where they embalm and stuff. Forget what it's called there,
or something like that, or
mortuary, and took her back to the mortuary and switched her out, put her in a nicer coffin, smaller one because she was all sucked up and stuff, you know, not much there. Takes about 10 years for a body to break down, you know, to open air. I know that personal because I used to bury people, you know.
So there's nothing but bones?
Yeah, so it's nothing but bones. But they're being nice, so they put her in a little bit of a smaller coffin, and then they take that out, and then they put the coffin. And believe it or not, they don't put them in vaults there. They just put the coffin in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And here in America, we stick them in vaults, concrete vaults. Yeah. Put the coffin in the concrete vault and put a lid on top and seal it with sealer because they stink. They stink worse than a dead dog inside a road, I mean, we do. And that's the way it goes. So, yeah, they did that to her. And really nice cemetery. I think it was like 200,000 pesos. So her sister had to actually come up with all the money because, the Filipinos, they live from day to day to day to day. They can't save up no money at all. And if they could save, that means it's the same way with Eva now. I know what happened, okay? Every time I gave her, my whole check every 2 weeks, which was only 30,000, 35,000 pesos every 2 weeks, she took some of that money and banked it. I know she did because I didn't see much coming to the house. Rather say, except food. And I know we weren't eating no 30,000 pesos of food. She'd take that money, go pay the water and power. And you paid the water in the village, in the barangay, you call it. And you go down there and you pay the water bill. Then you paid the electricity somewhere away from where you lived. And so she was always gone doing something. And, I was kind of jealous, that she got to go out of the house without me, and take care of business.
You didn't volunteer to go with her?
Well, I wanted to, but, man, I was so sick that I could hardly walk and stuff. And she liked that, She liked me. And then my mom said something. Like we were talking, like we're talking now with you. And she says, what is she poisoning you? Is she poisoning your food? Well, she was sitting right next to me.
That's what I just thought. I was just thinking that.
Right next to me. She waited until after I got off the machine to talk to her. And as soon as I shut down the machine, she says, "Oh, so you think I'm poisoning you?" She knows, the words, And
they hear everything.
So if you think that I poison you, why don't you get your shit and get the fuck out of my house right now? Well, I said, well, you can't say that because I just gave you all my money yesterday. And where am I gonna go?
Get the hell out of my house.
Yeah, that's right. Get the hell out of my house. You think I'm poisoning your ass? Well, I think she was poisoning me personally.
Yeah,
she would give me stuff that would attract they wouldn't eat my type of food. So when I said, babe, man, this stuff's too salty or something. And she'd look at me with those devil red eyes, I mean, they're glowing and shit. And or the food tasted kind of weird. I said, what the hell? Are you poisoning me? You are poisoning me, ain't you?
Well, is everybody eating the same food? Or is your food different than everybody else's?
No, I had a lot of fried foods, and I wanted it fried because you seen that pag that they eat there, they recycle food from the dump.
Yeah.
That's what you guys eat on the streets, street food.
I don't eat
pag from the dump. And all your commentators there that are common, they don't have a freaking clue unless they were there, to see this going on. They'll take that old food, like old chicken and stuff or dead dog or whatever, and they clean it up really well with boiling water, and then they recook it in hot oil. And then they sell it on the streets. They sell it on the streets. That's where you get all the chicken heads. and the guts and all that shit. So
Bob.
So see, Kevin, you know what I'm talking about because you ate all that shit on the streets. I never ate nothing off the streets, man. No street food for me. I've seen enough of y'all.
Well, first you got to get out of the house to see what they're doing.
Well, I seen it for firsthand. I seen what Pag is. It about grossed me out, man.
Yeah, but I think you watched that YouTube video that I seen. What they were doing in Manila, they were doing that stuff.
Well, I seen it firsthand over at the dump by the cemetery. And the people out there, and they were collecting food, and oh man, it fucking just, blah! You know what I mean? They'd walk by with a bag of food, and it's just roiling,
reprocessed, huh?
And I said, "Hey, what you gonna do with that?" And they said, "Oh, we're gonna cook it up." And I'm going, "Oh my god, no way!" Hey, if you guys need some pesos or something, here's 500 pesos. Oh, thank you. We'll get beer with this.
Bob, you were first in line. You know it.
Oh man, about made me puke, man. Yeah, but
you wanted seconds. I know you did.
Filipinos got great immune systems, man. They really do.
I mean, man, they must be immune because I'll tell you what. I don't want to ever live near a dump. In America, at least you see everything getting crushed and put in the ground.
Yeah.
Nobody's out there recycling, and nobody's allowed on that property. You get shot, shot by hot shot or something by the cops.
I remember when I was a kid, one time I went to the dump to get rid of stuff. It's always been like you put aluminum cans here and this shit. And it was so dusty there. And I got like a cold, like, I don't know, there was a lot of dust in the air, whatever. I come home and I was going, and I picked up some kind of germ or something from there. And I was sick for a couple of weeks from that shit. Had to get antibiotics to get rid of the shit.
Yeah, just imagine eating the food there.
Imagine eating the reprocessed dump food.
Dump food?
You are.
Hey, Ray. I think you guys watch too much TV.
I think so.
Yeah, but anyways, I feel sorry for the Filipino people. I really do. That if I had Trump's money, you guys all voted for that bastard. I take his money and I buy my own country and put all my own people on the island.
Like
and
Marlon Brando.
It's like a 3-ring circus. How Trump's getting rid of all the Democrats and bringing in all his repubies, and bringing in his republic people, and he's going to run the country within the next 20 people that he's going to order up.
God bless America. What's wrong with you?
God bless America.
Well, I'm not NHRA, so.
What's that, National Hot Rod Association?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're not a Hillary supporter.
Nobody knew what the hell I was talking about until you said it, Richard.
Well, we still don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, I'm not NHRA, NRA.
Well, are you one of those Hillary supporters?
No, I can't afford a gun. And you're lucky I can't afford a gun, because if I had one, I'd shoot you from here.
That's why you don't have one.
I'm a good sniper, man. I'll tell you what, I'm the first American from back home that could kill 3 deer with 1 shot.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I hunt with a double-aught buck in my shotgun. 12 gauge, double-aught buck. Here I am.
I know what it is.
And I'm walking along, and I'm hunting deer, And then right in the evening, just right before, the sun goes down and shit. And here's some rocks, and this Muley Buck popped his head up, and I said, "Hey, Dad, watch this!" Went boom, and I shot for underneath him, And as soon as I shot, two other deer popped their head up, and I got 3 deer with 1 shot. And I was hella nervous because you're only allowed 1.
Well, and where was Santa Claus? Was he hanging around going pee-pee?
Kevin, this is an adult show, man.
I'm just asking, buddy. I'm just asking.
I don't know where your Santa Claus was, but man, I tell you what, that
we're having Easter pretty soon, and the Easter bunny is going to be around the corner. You know that, don't you?
Well, I went to the store the other day to get the Easter rabbit, and they $25 for one.
And you bought it for your doggy?
Kevin.
I'm just asking. That's what I do. I'm asking the hard questions.
It's like Kentucky Fried Chicken from Kentucky. It's my fried chicken. Buck, 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 buck.
How about a nice Arby's roast beef sandwich, Bob? You have one of those nearby you? Arby's?
No.
But I bet you have a Piggly Wiggly, don't you?
I live in a little tiny town. We're lucky to have Walmart.
Oh, I went there yesterday, and I made a donation to, what is it? No Kid Left Hungry, and they give you a free slider, which I'll give that to somebody. I'll probably give that to another kid on the street or something.
You want a lighter?
No. You get if you give a donation to No Kid Hungry, they're sponsoring it at Arby's. They give you a free slider. So, I'll just, next time I see somebody hungry, I'll hand it to them or whatever.
And they'll probably take the paper and roll it up like a joint.
Okay.
Hey, Bob, this is a grown-up show.
Yeah, I cannot believe how the Filipino people are. They'll take any kind of, have you ever smoked that Filipino little tiny cigarette they roll out of a leaf?
No, Bob, we don't smoke at all,
We're Ogies from Muskogee. You ever hear that song? Was it Whalen?
Look, don't be becocking me. Becocking. Don't be becocking me, Richard, because I seen you smoking the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Well, you can hear him smoking.
Quit like me. I quit.
That's because Mom won't let you smoke in her house.
Oh, I don't do that, man. Oh, shit.
She'll kick your ass.
If you've seen what my mother does,
no, don't tell us
like this,
Oh, don't get up. Don't get up. Don't show nothing. Oh, God, what are you going to do? Please, Bob, don't do nothing.
Oh, I thought you quit smoking. And he pulls a pack of cigarettes out of his pocket.
Oh, Bob just lies.
Empty pack. Look.
I quit smoking 5 minutes ago. Oh, look, yeah. I remember seeing those. Yeah.
See, it's empty, see?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing in there.
What do they call it? A ream of cigarettes? We call it
a ream. Ain't that something?
Yeah, well, the minute I arrived there last year, my friend, who's an engineer at Timex in Cebu, I met him down at a resort in Alcoy, Cebu. He pulls out and gives me a whole ream of Marlboros.
Yeah.
That's the kind of friends I have there. So,
yeah.
I guess it depends on who you roll with, man.
Yeah, you know what, the ream, it's just all plastic.
But it had all those pictures of people with their hands falling off and all that shit and stuff. And
see this, Richard? You see it? What kind of pack this is? Soft pack?
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably smoked box all day, right?
I roll my own.
Oh. Well, if you go back, get the soft pack, and then you'll enjoy the flavor more. It's stronger. You know what, I smoked cardboard box all my life, and you get that taste of cardboard, and so it does make sense. If you want a better cigarette, smoke the soft pack. and you won't taste the cardboard. You know.
Does mom know you're smoking, Bob?
Well, she
Yeah,
lets
Bob.
my sister. She lets my sister
I
smoke
think you ought to
marijuana.
clean up your act.
You
So
know?
let your sister smoke marijuana?
Yeah,
Wow.
she's a grown up. She's over 50.
Oh.
You know, so you can do whatever you want. You know, I mean, it's not like we're 17 anymore, Rich. You know.
Just remember that too, okay, Bob?
Oh man, I tell you what, I had a blast yesterday. First time out of the
You're not
house.
going to tell us, are you?
Well, first time out of the house for
I
about
guess you
an
are.
hour. I finally got away from the computer for about an hour. I went outside and weed eated the weeds.
Mm.
And it was about a foot and a half thick, you know, and they were really green. And I broke out my weed eater that I bought when I first came here 5 years ago. And I burned up 5 weeders in 2 days when I first came here. And you got to get the weeder that's got a shaft drive. If you get a shaft drive weeder, it's ran by shaft, not by rotation. And there's no way to burn up the motor really unless you're sitting there and you're covering it up and it can't breathe. You know, that's the only way it's going to burn up. And but yeah, it's a Black and Decker, one of the $100 ones from Walmart, and it's lasted like forever.
Gas
You figure it would burn up, you know, with as much as you do here, you know. But see, what I do is since I got a bad back and neck and stuff, and as soon as I get sore, I sit down, wait about 5-10 minutes, have a cigarette, drink some water, get rehydrated, get hydrated with cigarettes, feeling good, and then you get up and go do another little patch, and then your back gets tired, and you sit down. See, that's my problem is I got that broken back, and I can't run around like you playboys, and I call you guys playboys because you just don't understand. When you have a bad back, man, you are done. You know, you're just done.
Yeah,
So,
it don't feel good.
no, not at all. That's why I take drugs. I mean, you know, down here, my whole collection, you know, I got there two, and you know, I mean, 3, and, 4, you know, 5, and 6, and 7. And there's one over there I can't reach. There's 7. And then I got my blood pressure pills here. Yeah, in there. Blood pressure. So, you know, I'm pretty well meted out. You know, I'm meted out just to be able to walk. And if you got, you know, sore nose, you know, like me, you snort this stuff, and you know, smells like flares. And you snort that, but yep, and you know what? And the best thing in the whole wide world is
What
this.
is that?
Kevin needs some of this right
Must
here.
be some kind of steroid.
Here's what Kevin needs right now. He's starting to smell.
I know what I need, buddy.
You know.
Why don't you use saline or something like that for a nasal decongestant? It's safer. Old Spice, classic.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the good shit. Kevin wish he had some of that smelly good stuff. And it's not the white it's not the white stuff. It's not the white stuff, it's this stuff, Richard. Have you ever seen that?
What is it?
See that? It's not white. Oh, you know what? It smells
green?
like grandpa. It smells like your grandpa, you know. That's what grandpa used to wear.
It's deodorant, buddy. Just use it, okay? It's Old Spice.
Yeah, Old Spice.
Yeah.
Good smelling stuff.
The only deodorant I found that actually works for me is Degree. I used to use those expensive designer, like if you wore, I don't know, Aqua di Gio cologne, and they'd make like the deodorant with it. Those things, they make you smell worse than if you didn't have anything on. As soon as you get wet. Yeah.
I was just giving John Doe a hard time. He was over at Dave's show, so I had to go over there real fast and say what the hell, John Doe? How come you're over there? And Dave said that we could have him, and I told Dave, no, that's okay. I had to tell John Doe I was just joking. He could stay over there.
Hey, Kevin, nothing personal, but I know you're on a whole lot of weirdos groups. And
hey, everybody's a weirdo. What are you talking about? Look at you. We have you come on.
Well, I'm top choice, though.
Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
I'm top choice, Kevin.
Top choice.
Yes, I'm top choice.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I am what you call a commodity. I am a commodity.
God, I'm just happy we have you so early in the morning.
Well, yeah, you kind of woke me up, man. If I took you outside, you'd see why.
Well, Bob, come on, buddy. It's what, 9 o'clock right now, man. We're almost ready to get off. Yeah.
Well, a couple minutes, at least. Yeah. But yeah, I'd take you outside if you're good boys and girls.
Oh, that's okay, bud.
And you can see my hood.
If you want, I guess.
I've got to take you all outside so you can see my neighborhood. It won't hurt my laptop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shut up.
I'm
not in a lot of groups. I'm in my group.
You're like a porn star.
I visit other groups though, but I only belong to my group.
Well, I know you're only a circle jerk like me.
What? Well, I know. I don't make no pudding.
Well,
I'm saving that.
I understand because you're famous, and hopefully you'll get your 500 subscribers back. Plus, where are you sitting at right now in your show? Huh?
Well, on my other channel, I'm gonna get that back next month. So, yeah.
Hey, you guys see this thing? This thing right here. You guys see this?
Is your mom awake?
No.
You know what this is? See, Richard?
What's that?
See what this is?
It's a pepper. Yeah, it's a pepper grinder.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a grinder.
It's got a flashlight in it too. See?
Oh.
It's got a flat. All over my computer. Great.
That's the only way to eat pepper, man, is to grind it fresh like that.
Yeah, it grinds it up fresh, and the thing is, it's got a flashlight built in it, so you can, if you don't need the pepper, you can just use a flashlight.
Well, we appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yep, that's really neat. I'd like to send you guys one day when I can afford them.
You're gonna give them out as gifts for Christmas?
Yeah, they're like $20 a pop.
Oh, that's all right. I got a pepper shaker in there. It's fine. Well, there it is. It's daylight in California. Whose Cadillac is that over there? Is that yours, Bob?
Oh, you see that? That's Mom's ride.
Oh, well, you got a nice neighborhood. I thought you lived out in the desert in the middle of nowhere.
Nope. Kind of like in your backyard, Kevin.
No, not even close. But
well, the lake's behind
that
the
looks
house.
like my backyard. I'm sorry.
The lake's in my back. And the lake is in my backyard.
Well, that looks like my front yard. I'm sorry. I feel like going out and saying hi to you.
Remember, he said he quit smoking, Kev. It was.
Hey, I told you Bob is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay, you know that's the truth.
Yeah. I don't know if I walked over there, I can get you a pipe of weed. You know, that's this. Okay.
we don't do that, Bob.
Oh.
How long does she hold her hits in? Does she hold them in until she passes out?
No, actually, she's.
My goodness.
As soon as she sucks it in, she blows it out.
Oh, really?
Where does your girlfriend stay? Please don't harass nobody if they walk by.
Well, I'll take you for a little walk in my yard since it's half done. And
oh, no.
I'll show you my weed eater and stuff, you know.
I like that caddy. My dad always had caddies growing up. Those are big cars, man. Smooth riding.
My neighbor's house there.
Yeah.
There's the weeds I chopped down.
Yeah, big cars are nice to have.
There's
if you get in an accident.
That's a big tree right there.
Walk away from.
And then that's
Good job, Bob.
And that's a fruit trees.
What kind of animal was that?
Right over there. There's my lawn.
Was that a wild animal, Bob?
And there's my girlfriend's home right there.
Oh.
Cellar.
Yeah, that's not a house, Bob.
Your yard looks about as big as mine.
See, there's my lake right there. See the lake? Right there?
No, not really. I see a
building.
What is that? A storm shelter?
Yeah, it's a water company. Yeah, it's just a big building made out.
Is that a rat? Is that a giant rat?
Is this Santa Rosa?
Oh, you mean that thing right there?
Yeah, it looked like a wild animal, like a rat. Is that a muskrat?
That is a rat dog. It's lucky to see the backyard.
Oh, look like a muskrat. A weasel.
Well, you see how we grow.
Well, that's cool.
We grow in our backyard.
Nice
see that water tank? See the water tank?
No, not really. No. Is that a greenhouse in the back?
Yep, that's a greenhouse.
Is that where
it looks like one.
That's where we roll. And on the other side of that metal wall is the police station.
Well, it looks is that a water tank or is that a hazmat tank?
No, that's a water tank for growing, Kevin.
Yeah, but that used to be a chemical tank.
Oh yeah, well you're right. From Alaska, they put their oil in there and shit.
Not oil, but I know it used to be it used to have chemicals in it.
Yeah, at one time, Roundup or something.
Yeah. So. I worked with a lot of chemicals, so it's called a super tank.
Bob, you should do videos like Seth used to do when he was back home in California, you know? When he was out
it is really beautiful here right now. It's a little cold.
You can't fool me. I know what things are.
Man, you guys don't know what cold is.
Hey, look, Richard. I'm not even smoking.
Well, that's nice, Bob.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke.
Is your mother up already?
No, I laid her to rest last night. She's still in bed. She plays that word game all night long. I turned her on to that word game and she can't stop. Yeah. And that's what would happen with you, Kevin. You'd be up all day and night long to figure out who's going to make a word, you know.
I'm just happy if I could spell a word.
Well, yeah, that's true. You know, that's true.
When my family used to get together, the girls all used to play Scrabble. I hated that shit. Not that I didn't like words, but I just...
Hopefully we could make up words, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Poor little guy is freezing his nuts off.
Oh, well...
It is cold here because I'm blowing smoke, you know, without smoking. So, you know, that's cold, Rich, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what would you say your temperature is there?
Oh, it's got to be, I don't know, probably right now, probably 29, 30.
Get lost.
No, I'm serious. It gets cold here sometimes in the wintertime. It's dropped down to 21 time. And, yeah, 20 degrees one time. I almost froze these pipes in this house. It's an older house, you know. It's nothing fancy like Kevin lives in.
Are they insulated pipes?
Hey,
My
I'm
house
just
is old,
visiting,
too.
man.
I put insulation around all the pipes and everything.
Yeah, the pipes are underneath the house, and they're all exposed to the weather. They don't have that black stuff, you know, wrapped around the pipes at all. They
That's
don't
called
have.
insulation.
So if the tweakers went in here to kick in the walls, all they'd see is that galvanized piping,
Yeah.
and there's not much wiring in this house. You know, they got the old plugs from the early. House was built in like 1920s, so they got the 1920 plugs still in outside of
You
the
talk
wall.
about those old fuses that you had to screw in. I remember those.
They have the old metal
those things.
Romex, the wires that are metal. You know, the wiring.
Yeah, exactly.
That can cause fires. I've heard electricians tell me the wires can short to that, and it's at ground potential and cause fires.
Well, they're not exposed. You know, rats can get to it, or possums, or whatever. You know, we got possums here underneath the house, and you can hear them chewing underneath the bathtub they want in. And but my dog, and my mother's dog is badger killers, and
Well, yeah,
they kill the possums, and they'll
that's
set
what the
those
badgers.
you know.
Yeah, long time ago, Dachshunds was bred for badgers.
Yes, exactly. You know, and yep, they instant killers. You know, they're killers.
Yeah, same with those Airedale Terriers and the Bull Terriers. They were bred for badgers, wolverines, groundhogs.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, and there's our good old faithful. Yeah, our washer and dryer. You know, kind of dirty in here, but yeah, we got a nice little kitchen. Nothing famous. Dishes are done up every night, and we got our coffee pot maker, and we got our water bottle deal, and we got our 2 ovens. Yeah, kitchen. Just a kitchen. You know, a lot of food.
Nice house, Bob.
Looks like the coffee's on.
Here's an air fryer.
Yeah.
You know,
kind of like a convection oven.
strips, you know. And Kevin likes this, a big thing of nuts, you know. And,
yeah, you are nuts, Bob.
So how's the diet going, Bob? Everybody was on. Is it going good?
The what?
The diet. I remember you guys were on that. What was it?
Oh yeah, we're on a 1-point diet system.
1-point diet. What does that mean?
Well, they give you a book and they tell you how many points your food is, and you're only allowed like 13 points a day.
Yeah.
13 points a day, and you know, your breakfast. I mean, your bread's like 1 point, you know, because of carbohydrate. Your eggs are 0. So you can have as many eggs as you want to be 0.
Oh, I like eggs. Eggs are pretty nice.
What if you wanted a big omelet now, like or something like
that? Now you're talking food.
Yeah, with like some sausage and home fries.
Hey, sis, hey, make me some sausage and some home fries. Right on it, Bob.
You'll do it?
Yeah, I was gonna say good luck with that one.
Yeah, good luck with that one. You know, you don't order around here. We got a preset menu, you know. When the girls wake up, that's around noon or 2 o'clock in the p.m.
And tell them to wake up now and get the ball going.
Well, I wish you could say that to Mom right now. I wish I could take you in there and show you what she does right now. But that's kind of like rated R.
Yeah, Mom, you're not good on Mom's list, Kevin. Now, right? Because
why? What did I do?
You didn't have a show, remember? And you're supposed to get all dressed up.
Don't blame me for things I don't do.
You were supposed to get all.
I was highly disappointed because your show didn't go through because Mom got all fixed up. She took a shower.
And, I'm glad she took a shower.
Stuck a nice blouse on. She stuck some little earrings on. She put her makeup on.
Makeup.
Yeah. She was looking really good.
She likes Ren, man. She thinks he's cute.
Well,
she feels sorry for the little guy, you know.
Oh, well, Ren's doing fine. I don't think nobody needs to feel sorry for him.
Well, you know, I guess Ren's don't have a mother or something. You know how it is, you know. You take other people's mothers as your mother, you know.
Mm.
And I used to do that back in 30 years ago when my mom pissed me off and I talked to her for 20 years. You know, I had other mothers out there I was talking to. And I call your mother my mom, you know. I'd say, hey, Mom, you know. And just out of respect, you know. And, but yeah, long story short, I had other mothers besides my own. And I mean, some of those mothers taught me a lot more than my own mother. And some of them, hell, they even loaned me money. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think you should talk too loud about that, okay?
Oh, help me.
Because they don't like that.
What are you doing up there, puppy?
Where's Ren from, Bob? Is he from near you? Is he from Oakland or something like that?
What are you doing behind me?
Somebody said he's from Delaware.
No, he's from San Jose.
San Jose? That's near Oakland, right?
The Bay Area, you know.
Mm-hmm. Look at that dog.
Yeah, I got to put the cushion on him, so I got double neck. Yep.
You gotta use the dog as a cushion,
baby. He likes to go behind me because he stays warm, you know. What are you doing?
I used to have Siberian Huskies that would jump on your lap like that. They think they're lap dogs.
Yeah, 100 pounds. What are you doing back there, Buff?
He says it's cozy back here.
He does, man. He says nice warm.
Maybe he's hungry.
Fat neck. Well, are you hungry? Hungry? Come on. Come on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy, check this out, man. This is what I eat. I eat steakums. This stuff in the bag. Oh, he loves this shit. Here, bud.
What is it?
Con tool. Get off my neck.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like kibbles and bits type of things. You know, hamburger, cheeseburger.
And are you eating it?
Hey, I tried it. That's why I like it, and that's why he eats it. You know, I like it. You know. Yeah, I know, baby. That was a con tool. Can't just con.
Maybe you should slow down.
Oh.
Save him a couple of kibbles.
He likes to go up my sleeve, man. Oh, get in there. Get in there. Wait, now look at me. I got a slave dog, you know. Help.
Oh, my God. The dog is as goofy as Bob is.
Well, you know, the poor little guy, he's a survivor, you know.
What
the heck is
going
on?
He can't breathe. Probably stinking there.
He's giving you some love.
Goodbye, baby.
Poor dog's gonna be asphyxiated.
Goodbye, baby. Yeah, he's
hope he farts.
Well, if he does, it's right here in my face.
Yeah, we figured that out. Well, Bob, Richard,
Well, what are
you
we
know what
doing?
time it is?
Yeah, it's work
we
time.
are
It's work.
we are ready to. Damn, it's still snowing. I mean, it's still raining outside
Oh, it's raining? Oh,
all night long.
really? Go fishing now.
Well, somebody did that yesterday.
You went to the Golden Pond out back, and it reminds me on the Golden Pond, and
Yeah,
that place, and
old
you go down
movie.
there and catch some perch and some bass. And this
There's a
time of
lot
year,
of bass
you can't
down there.
get except perch, and
Snapping turtles also.
all snapping turtles, and you got
Oh yeah.
bluegills in the
I
summer.
don't. I don't know who gill, but they got snapping turtles in there.
They big?
Big enough to bite you.
Big enough to bite you, huh?
We also got otters and we got beavers in there too.
Oh, you got otters
So we
and
got a
beavers.
whole.
You,
Yeah, we
you
got a
can't have
whole.
no
We got a
otters in
whole
there.
zoo
You only
down
have
there.
otters in the ocean. You may have some beaver tail in there.
No, we got some land. You're talking about a sea otter. I'm talking about a land otter.
Oh, your neighbor. Hmm. Yeah, it's really nice here. You guys got a couple acres, and you don't have to contend with people bitching, yelling, screaming at each other.
Well,
So
yeah, I
close.
think my aunt has 5.5.
Yeah, she's got a
Pretty good
beautiful
size.
place. Beautiful place.
Yeah,
You should be
I'm
lucky.
grateful that my aunt lets me stay here.
Yep, I bet you begged for that one. You begged and you got it because you're number one, Kevin. That's why.
I haven't screwed up, and I'm not gonna screw up.
Yeah, don't screw up, man. Don't take too many
you
pills.
learn some things, when you get older.
If Kevin starts drinking Kentucky bourbon, he'll be out the door in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially in this household, nobody drinks here, so
well, that's good
because of our religious beliefs. So yeah,
no sex, no sex because you're not married. That's
well,
good.
I'm not. I don't have no sex period, so I'm.
True, you do. Everybody touches them.
What do you call it?
only when I wash, and I need two hands when I'm washing because it's so big.
Oh, how do you wash your back, Kevin?
You have a brush?
Easy, buddy. I could reach my back.
You can,
and my booty, Miss Maximus, also.
Glutamus.
Well, let's see you reach your back. I don't believe you can reach your back.
Maximus. Gluteus.
You stand up. I want to see you reach your back.
Bob wants you to do a live show of that, Kev. I don't know about this guy.
Oh, baby.
My back.
Shake it, stretch it, baby. Yeah.
Don't need to stretch. Just do it. I mean, putting both my hands behind my back. Now that would be a pain. I think the cop would have to double cuff me.
What are you doing in there? Hello. Hello. Hey, you want to come on out here? I'll make you some pancakes.
Hey, Kev, speaking of cuffs, I bet your regular police handcuffs barely fit on your wrist.
Yeah, they have to triple cuff me because I can't bend.
Oh. Well, I'm very, very bendable.
Well, that's what they
say. They're not going to break my arms doing it, though.
Yeah. That's what I told them. They broke my hand, last time I got arrested.
Did they slam them cuffs on you?
Oh, yeah. No. I told them, hey, don't bend my fucking hand. I just broke it. And the bone in it.
Yeah.
It's on your bone in. It's all fucked up. I got 14 broken bones in my hand. You can tell it's all fucked up, And right here, there's a big bone sticking out. You can see the difference. It's fucking a somewhat good hand and bad hand.
They take them cuffs and they slam them right on you.
Yeah.
Especially
I watch a bunch of stuff in New York. I love that Cash Cab. That's my favorite show.
You want to ride that, huh?
Well, have you ever went to the Cash Cab?
No, never got a ride in it. It would be nice.
Yeah, well, you got to stand there on the side of the road, and God knows, you got 13,000 cabs in New York City.
Where do they pick people up in
Uh,
Midtown? Usually, I know it used to be
Yep,
on, and I used to
Midtown.
watch it with my nephew.
they probably pick you up in a nice, nice neighborhood where
No,
they're
it's
not going to
Midtown.
get robbed.
No, it's just Midtown. It's a whole strip, like a
Near
Vegas
Rockefeller
strip,
Center, I think usually where all the tourists come into New York.
Yeah, First to
Yeah, yeah.
59th Street or something
Good
like that.
tourists.
You know. Yeah. This guy just wants to get warm, Kevin. Go get out of there. Oh.
He's saying, Bob, turn the heat up in this house. I'm freezing, will you?
Well, I forgot to turn the heater on last night, and but he's out of stock right now. His ears. That means he's out of stock. He got.
Well, I'm sure the dog sleeps in the same bed as you, doesn't
Here we go again.
Why are his ears inside out like that?
Well,
because
that's
he's
called
funny.
out of stock.
Oh,
Out of stock. Yeah, he's a lovable little guy. I mean, he saved my life.
well, it looks like it.
About 7 years ago, I was on methamphetamine, and the cops hated me in that one dick town. It was only like 1,000 people in that town that we were living in. So all the cops knew me. And they said, "Yeah, that's a meth head, and that's a good people, and that's whatever." You know what I mean? They point, and they wouldn't have known that I did drugs. But see, the thing was, my ex was a cop calling bitch.
She was a
And,
narc.
yeah, she was a narc. And what she did was she wanted me out of the house. Well, the way it goes in America is if you pay all the bills and your old lady calls on you, you got to show them paperwork that you pay all the bills on time, all the time. And so she says, "Yeah, I want Mr. Cooper out of my house. She's my house." And the cop said, "Well, where's the paperwork?" "What paperwork?" she says. "Yeah, well, if he pays the rent, the power, the water, the garbage, all that stuff, well, guess who goes down the road? You do, Miss Debbie."
Ah,
And she. So the cops gave her 30 minutes to get out of the house, pack what she can get, and get the hell out of my house.
well, I hope she was nice to you. Like 30 minutes later, she came back. I bet.
No, 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 no. The cops took her back to Spokane. We lived in Medical Lake, and it was like 15 miles from Spokane. And she didn't drive or nothing, and the bus wasn't there, so the cops put all her shit in their trunk and delivered her to her daughter's house.
Well, that was a nice cop.
Yep, and I told the cops, I said, "Hey man, I'll be gone for 3 days," so she got 3 days to get everything out of the house that she can. And they said, "Well, when are you leaving?" I said, "Well, I'm leaving midnight tonight." And she come back. She's got a key. She got 3 days to get all her shit out. Then I'll be back, and I'll throw away everything else. And so she cleaned out the whole house except her sewing room, and it had all the stuff to make all kinds of jewelry, and she twisted yarn, make bedding, and all that. Her little crafty room is what I call it, witchcrafty room. And so uh, she didn't throw all or get all that out of there. So some of that shit was brand new, all those beads and rocks, and you know, she put all these colored rocks in these stem vases with these roses, and she had all kinds of stuff like that made up to sell. She sold that stuff at the flea market.
Mm.
So So I came home, and the first thing I got was this big garbage bin thing, 4 yards or whatever it's called, or 8 yard garbage dumpster, and I threw everything in that thing. And I cleaned out the whole house. She took my bed. She took all my tools. She took my air compressor. She took everything. So I said, "To hell with it, I'm going to throw all her shit away." It's even Steven, right? She stole all my tools, everything, and all my bongs and all that. My guitar, my banjo, and my amplifiers. And I got pissed when she did that. And yeah, we don't have karaoke. We just get down, and stuff. So I cleaned up the whole house, and I said, "Damn, it looks like they could re-rent this sucker. It's so clean. I ripped up all the carpets, threw all the carpets out the back door, put them in the dumpster with her shit. And I wasn't supposed to do that, but they had wooden floors. It was that old of a house. And I bleached everything because we had dogs and they pissed all over the carpets. That's why I ripped them out and made it nice and clean. And so I left a little note on the counter and just stuck in some brand new deadbolts. And so, long story short, I put the key on the counter on the inside of the house, locked the doors, and went down the road. And about 3 weeks later, the landlord calls me up and he says, "Hey, come by to collect the rent. Nobody's here. Brand new house. Thank you." So that's the way that goes.
Huh.
And 5 years later, I went to the Philippines.
That's God's country. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna go back one day.
Well, I like to meet Esther in Bahal, because she got all that property and that house. Don't need screens because I already got all that on there.
I'd be nice to Esther.
Huh?
You better be nice to Esther.
Yeah, she said she'd give me a blowjob, anything I wanted.
Oh my! No, Bob. What kind of channel do you think this is?
I know it's a public show, but anyways, a blowhole, and I didn't mean blowjob. I meant blowhole. Anyways,
your blowhole, hell.
Blow the hoe.
So you like
anyways, I'll let y'all go. And,
you like them, huh?
Yeah, Bob. We're gonna close out with you, buddy.
Yeah, well, life is good. Let's make America great again.
There you go, Bob.
And
we're gonna jump over to California to smoke some doobies with you, Bob.
Oh, you'd be smoking doobies with my sister. It's over there, behind us. And she got pounds, man. Oh man. But she's medicinal chick, she's a medicinal user.
Uh-huh.
And she says it gets rid of the pain. Well, I thought that's what pills were for.
Yeah. Oh, she actually smokes it?
Yeah.
Hey, Gogo, how you doing today, man?
I was talking to my arthritis doctor this week, and she discouraged me from smoking marijuana for pain medication. She said there's too many toxins in it. She said you should get, if you need it, you can get medical marijuana, which is, I don't know, some kind of pill or an oil or something like that,
Oh, yeah, they make it in all different forms now. This stuff looks like earwax. They call it DAP, and they put this DAP in this like hot pipe, like hot knifing. You know what hot knifing is? 2 knives, and you go and it smokes. Something like that. It's just a little piece of wax, and oh man, that's it, man. Lights out.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's bad.
Earwax. I'm smoking earwax. What are kids getting on?
Yeah, they're reaching in the ear. Oh, this is what Dad smokes right here. Son, get off my hip, buddy. Get out of there.
Yeah, Bob, I'm afraid you have way too much fun.
Come here, you have way too much fun, buddy. Oh, I know you love me. Yeah, it's great to be loved.
Well, that's true. There's nothing wrong with that.
This is so much love right here. I'll never go back without him. I'll tell you what.
Bob, so you're getting along with everybody now?
Oh yeah, well, why not?
Yeah.
I live by the second, not by the day.
Okay.
But yeah, I
Well, you
never.
have no energy. Go have a cup of coffee.
Well, that's
Have a
yeah, my
strong cup of
Keurig.
coffee.
I got a Keurig coffee maker and all those fancy things in
And
there.
Rick says that I think he's saying Marijucci stopped him from having seizures, saved his life. Yeah, I think my cousin has a
Yeah,
kid that,
somebody's talking scratchy right now.
I think we all are.
I think Richard is right because
Yeah, Richard was
if I
talking a
want
little
to
bit.
scratch, I'll itch it. Ah.
Bob,
But
you can't
yeah,
even reach your back. What are you talking about?
well, that's right. But that's why I got him. I put him in my shirt. He goes, "Oh, it's scratching away." He's a good boy, though. This little dude right here is a lifesaver. Kept me out of prison. As soon as I had that deal Medical Lake and we moved out of there, that's when I got him. That's where he was born, was at that house. And he's kept me out of from uh, going to jail, and it kept me on the narrow straight line. And I've had him ever since the day he was born. And
Wow.
he loves me so much, Kevin. It's more than a human love ever.
Wow.
Well, dog's love is unconditional. Maybe I'm scratchy here, but
Yeah, well, this dude, I leave the room for 2 seconds, and if he's sleeping, he hears me get up. I sleep in this chair, and he sleeps in my king size bed over there. And or sometimes he'll sleep right on my crotch to keep my nuts warm. Well, I mean, my penis
That's
warm.
too much information, buddy.
And yeah, it's too much information sometimes. But this little guy, he is just a bag of love. A bag of love.
Well, maybe you could sell them for like a coat or something,
I was in Seattle before I came here, and he was only like 3 years old. And we were walking homeless in Seattle, and we were walking up the street, and this hooker came out.
Is that a movie, Homeless in Seattle?
Well, it could have been, but I was homeless in Seattle, and I had him, and it was about 20 degrees out, and it's wintertime, ice cold, and we were walking up the sidewalk, and this lady comes out of nowhere, and she gave me $100 just to pay him, $100 just to pet the
Really?
puppy. And then we kept on walking. And then after that, I said, "Well, you just saved our lives." So we went to Chinatown in Seattle and got a room for 3 days for $100 bill. And they let me take the dog inside there as long as he
Just for
didn't
3 days?
outside. Huh?
For 3 days? That's a little bit expensive.
Well, you go to Chinatown. That's the only place you can afford 3 days for $100.
Hmm.
And, but really nice, kept up hotels. And if you're ever homeless, go to Seattle, Washington. They feed you 7 days a week at the church there. And you get snacks, and you can go to the food bank, the clothing bank. And 7 days a week, you can have 3 meals a day, and you could just live off the streets, and at least you're fed, you know. And at
But
night
isn't
time, you freeze
most
your
homeless
balls off.
that way?
I could tell you a story, a short story, what I mean? And freeze your
Make it a
balls
short
off
story.
sleeping on the concrete, you know. That's the only bad thing with sleeping outside in the alleys.
how about some of these guys that ride the rails, these hobos that get on the train? Did you ever do that, Bob?
Oh, yeah, I did
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I'll have to write a book, and you'll have to read it. But,
Yeah.
multi places I've been, I've been all over the United States, either on the back end of a train, a bus, or a car, my motorcycle, or walking, or even I could tell you a story that I went from California to Oregon to Spokane, Washington on a beach cruiser bicycle when I was younger. And that
I
took
think
me
it was much younger.
32 days.
Hopefully it was downhill.
No, it was all uphill, see, you know. Uphill,
That's how life is.
downhill. Oh man. Pedaled my ass off, you know.
That would be interesting vlogs if somebody was riding the rails with the hobos.
Norwegian Polar Bear, how you doing? Long time no see.
Who's that? You talking to yourself again?
Norwegian Polar Bear.
I was just saying hi to Norwegian Polar Bear.
He's a guitar player, right, Captain Norwegian Polar Bear?
Well, he's been gone, at least from us, for a while, so I'm just saying hi to him.
Okay, guys, I guess we're going to go. Sun come out, as you can see my red complexion. You know, and the reason why I got a red complexion, I'll turn you around and show you. See that red? That red.
What do you got? You got red foil on your windows?
You like that blackout curtains?
This is a red sheet. A red sheet. So it makes everything in the room that's skin red, you know.
Yeah.
Looks like I got rosacea or something.
Well, that's pretty cool. Richard, Norwegian Polar Bear just came back from the Philippines. He's been there for 3 months. So that's
too long.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you mean too long? That's a short vacation.
Yeah, very short. You really, you're right.
And then you gotta leave again.
Right. Yeah, 3 months is like being there 3 weeks. You know, you got to get a real good taste of it. I was there for 7 months.
6 months is pretty good.
I was there for 7 months. That was just way too long.
You should have gone up to Manila where the hobo is, Bob, and like hung out and like slapped him around and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to go slap Bama too.
Is Bama getting on your nerves?
Oh, Bama will beat your butt, Bob, so you better be careful.
I don't get along with white guys very good, you know, except you and Kevin. Alan, I like Alan, he's cool, and I like Fred, he's cool, you know. They're a little jerk, you know.
So Bama's a tough guy?
Oh, Bama's a pussy. You know it.
Bama will light you up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, with a cigarette, maybe. But yeah, he ain't nothing, man. I could slap him on the back of the head and be dead, you know.
Well, I guess John Doe, he's on John Doe's hit list. So John Doe got to be careful about Bama.
Oh God, you know everybody's on little Bama's hit list, you know, and he's only like 5 foot tall, maybe 100 pounds wet, you know.
Who, Bama?
Oh yeah, he's smaller than Ren.
I heard he was a bouncer.
And, yeah, that's what I thought too.
What the hell is he gonna bounce? You know, he don't even have any balls to bounce. You know.
In all this kung fu stuff, who?
Oh, I know kung fu too. All I do is sit on your face and you're dead. You know?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Have you ever had a sack on you? Have you ever had a nut sack in the mouth? You know.
No,
that's
Bob.
What happens when I sit on your nose?
Can't say that never happened.
You know,
when I sit on your nose and on your eyeballs, you get pink eye.
You know that guy from Motley Crue, the bass player, what was his name, Nikki Sixx?
Yeah.
He did it to Slash one time. They were drinking and partying. Yeah. Wow. Like Slash is not a big guy. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna guess we're going Norwegian because I don't know what the hell's going on.
We're getting all scratchy here. Even the dog's turning red, man.
I know the lead singer of Motley Crue, him and Axel was gonna have a fight.
I got
but they never showed up.
I got
yeah, he got teabagged, yeah. I would love to see that Axel and him go at it. And Vince Neil.
Yeah, Vince. Hey, Rich, your mic is dead again. Hey, Bob, what are you doing, sicko? That's cruelty to animals,
I
man.
got nuts. Hey, we made a deal. We made a deal, me and the dog, about 3 years ago. I said, well, I'll just cut your nuts off and turn you into a good dog. And he looked up at me and he said, well, you first, Dad. And after he said that to me, I said, oh, because I was still hearing things coming off
Hey,
the drugs.
Ray,
So,
I think you're still on drugs, Bob.
well,
Call me silly.
yeah, you're right. I am. I'm still on drugs, but see, the problem is I can't get rid of you.
Well,
You
just
are
say
my
goodbye,
drug.
and we'll all go goodbye together.
You are my drug, Kevin, and that's the way it goes.
Well,
The little rant and rave shows and Allo and Roberto and all those turds out there. They
I know you missed
don't
them.
got what you got going on, Kevin. That's why they're low lives and white trash and brown trash, black trash, whatever they are. And that's why you're gonna do so good one day because you keep
Hey,
it
I'm doing
clean.
good right now. What are you talking about?
You keep it really clean, and it's not rated R or XXX like their shows.
Richard
The
and I,
Allo
we do
show,
good.
Roberto show is so gross, and the guy how he talks like he's a professor. Allo, he's not a professor; he's a procrastinator, and I don't know where he came from. I think they dug him up out of the sewer. You know.
Yeah, but isn't procrastinate? Doesn't that mean you put things off? So what are you talking about?
Well, yeah, it does mean that, but at the same time, maybe it's the wrong word. But the thing is you got a good show going for you, and I'll be here as long as I breathe. To help you out, and
Well,
maybe I
we
can answer
appreciate that,
questions
Bob.
that you've never thought of. Maybe
Oh God,
you know
I'm
something I
lost at
don't
words
know.
for that one.
Maybe Richard has questions of being homeless. Maybe he might want to uh, help out the homeless. I can shoot you in different directions.
Well,
And the best thing for Richard to do in New York is stay at home. Three things: stay at home, keep Peaches happy, and then one day move to the Philippines and make Peaches double happy because she'll be home with her family.
yeah,
And
Is my mic still bad?
no, it's good now.
yeah. It was still a little bit scratchy, Rich.
No, it's better now. But yep,
Ray,
those are
can
the
you hear me
three
now,
things
Ray?
that Richard needs to
Oh,
do.
Ray says your mic is terrible.
No, it sounds great.
Bob doesn't know he's on the medication, so don't listen to Bob.
No, I only took my where is it?
Bob, you take more medication than I do.
I take these little pills right here. Little tiny pill. And that is called Lyrica. It's called Lyrica.
Oh, okay.
I take it every morning, every night. You know why?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
Geez, what don't you take, Bob?
Well, this shit right here is $135.
Hey.
Wow. Well, break it in half and save it.
Well, there's like 100 pills here, so that's pretty good. 75 milligrams, 100 pills in there, $135. But if I didn't take that, my feet would fall off. I have that foot disease called oh shit, what is it called? I got a fancy word for it. Well, I can't feel nothing on the bottom of my feet, and
No. And what is that supposed to do? Oh,
yeah,
Richard, what are you doing?
yeah, exactly. I got that foot disease that old people get. Can't feel your foot.
Huh.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rich, we're talking about your microphone. We're not talking about your amplifier.
Down, 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 down. We will rock you. Yeah, or better yet, money, it's a drag. Love that song.
No, that's whoever said that they don't got money. Okay,
that's why you came up with bullshit because of the money song. Now I know. I linked them just together just now. Right? Money. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah. That's where you got that at. Right?
Yeah, well, I think that's for cows. That's an animal disease.
Oh, well. Richard's trying to type now. I like that old typing machine you got.
Yesterday, I got water taken out of my knee yesterday.
Oh, I love that. Don't you love that? They stick a big fucking needle about that long. Excuse my language. A big frickin' needle that long. And they jam it right in your kneecap. Oh, I know how that feels, bro. I got a scar.
Yeah. Well, it took two. It took two vials. Yeah.
Watery blood out there.
And he said he did it the first time in January, and he says if it happens again, because they took X-rays this time, and he said, Kevin, you got a bone spur.
Oh, yeah, I got
on my kneecap, and he says if the water comes back, they're just gonna open it up and scrape it, and then
fuck yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. That is a pain in the ass. And I hope every time that they do take your blood water out of your kneecap, they hit the same hole. Because I'll tell you what, they put it right through the bone, man.
That's not it's through the cartilage. It's not through the bone.
Well, it feels like bone. Man, it's like a guy's breaking out the big hammer and gonna hit that sucker, but he says, hold on. And you grab your hands around the bars and you squeeze the bars, and man, bam! Yeah, I had an almost broken leg one time, and it swelled up like, here's my leg, and then it was like that the next day. And they took out like a half a gallon of bloody water out of my kneecap.
Hey, Go-Go, nobody cares what somebody else is doing, so don't go spread rumors what somebody else is doing, because I don't care what somebody else is doing at somebody else's channel, so don't go say what somebody else is doing.
Yeah, I don't manipulate the truth, no manipulating the truth, Go Bobo.
I just care about what I'm doing here on my show, and that's what matters to me.
Yeah, no lying, no making up shit, and making somebody that's good bad,
Well, I'm sure it's not a rumor, but heck, nobody's messing with me on my show, so yep. I'm just hey. Yeah.
That's why you have a circle of friends and people that you don't let on the show, because you only trust the circle, because we ain't gonna backstab you. We ain't lying to you. And if you think that we're lying to you, well, we want to face you and we want to get the truth.
Yeah.
That's why I was upset one day that you wouldn't let me on to defend myself. I was really upset because you could actually see my face, and as I talk, you can see if I'm looking down or I'm looking a different way or whatever. If I'm looking down, I'm lying. If I'm looking up, I'm lying. If I'm looking at the screen, then the truth. And I'm not fidgeting, People that fidget, move around a lot, they're not listening to you. They're a liar. They don't tell the truth, And you can tell in a person's voice if it's calm. Mine is really calm right now because I'm feeling good. Feeling good because my lyrica kicked in, And that's the way it is. But anyways, I know your show's going so good and stuff, and thank you for letting me come on, Mr. Hostess, and hostess to the
Richard is
mostest.
talking to you.
Yeah, he actually doesn't want you on.
You have a good show.
Because I know you're always making a good show.
Well, you know,
We
I
all
just
have a
like
good
to tell
show.
it how it is.
We
You
have
know,
a
I
little
know,
bit of
I don't
everything.
like step on people's toes, you know, on the show. And
Yeah.
I talk blah 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 blah. All you got to do is tell me to stop.
No, you're entertaining, man. You got a lot of good stories and stuff, so makes
I
it
do.
interesting.
I've been around our world, you know, in the U.S. a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, I was fancy free, and I was a free bird until I broke my back and my neck, and then after that, I had to stop.
So, Bob, where were you born? You were born in the South, was it? Texas?
No, I was born in San Diego, California.
Oh, well, your mom is from down south, right?
Yeah, my mother's from Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really the South. It's kind of east, south, east,
San Diego.
east. Yeah, back east.
I
Actually,
remember when my dad was alive, he told me he was in the Navy. He was in San Diego. He said back when he was there, he said it was the most beautiful city in America.
oh
I don't know
yeah,
if it's still true.
it is.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's ruined now because Trump fucked up and didn't build the wall back in '78. Now it's full of Mexicans and Negroes. Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
I didn't say the N
Richard,
word.
don't laugh.
I said Negroes.
No, I'm
That's-
not.
That's not being racist. But
I'm
I'm
not laughing
serious.
at that.
When I was a
Trump
kid, it was
wasn't-
all white people then,
Hey.
you know.
There's a lot of hillbillies that live down there too, you know.
Well, they live in LA.
Oh well.
And I gotta say they swing from tree to tree to tree because I'm a monkey. And I love bananas. And one of these days I'll tell you the banana story. You know, I was a banana bandit, man. When I was a little kid in Santa Maria, California, really nice.
Hey, we're leaving. Say goodbye to everybody.
And when I was a little kid, I was about 6 years old. I run away from home and go about a mile up to this fruit stand. And about around noon, I go hide underneath the fruit stand. They had skirts that went around these tables, so I'd be hide underneath the, fruit stand, and I'd reach up and grab a banana and take it underneath and eat it. And then I'd put the banana
Bob's in California.
shell, in the bag. And then I reach up and grab another banana. And I got away with that for months.
You lived under the table for months at 6 years old?
Yep. And, I go home too, They see me come and they say, we seen a little boy. Or I'd hide from the people, make sure they were looking the other way. And then I'd run and hide underneath the banana stand. And all day long, I look, make sure it was clear, and I grab a banana. My mom was going to tell you all these stories about me, and you screwed up by not having her on.
I'm just asking, where are you located at?
Paso Robles, California.
Okay. So on that note, I'll talk to all of you guys later on. Today's Wednesday morning. It's evening and lunchtime for some of you guys.
Nick says you're just racist as hell, Bob. Admit it.
Huh?
He is racist. Damn it, Bob.
Me? I can't be a racist.
Well,
I have a niece and nephew that are black. Do you understand? I am black too. I love my niece and my nephew. My niece and nephew are as black as tar. And I love those little tar babies.
Okay, well. Hey, on that note, Bob, we will talk to you guys later. Bob, say goodbye.
Hasta luego, Batman.
Batman is no longer here.
So, Bob, you live outside San Francisco, right? North of San Francisco? Is that where you are now?
I'm halfway point between LA and San Francisco in the Central Valley Basin.
Okay. Any earthquakes there?
It's like living in hell, Richard. Nothing grows around here.
Well, you got grass. I see your trees. Don't lie.
The only thing that's green is our weeds right now, but in the summertime you'll see dirt.
Hmm.
You know.
All right, Richard. Say goodbye.
All right, we'll see you guys. Enjoyed the show, and
I always want to say this when I leave a program. Always stay sexy, stay hungry, and get laid.
Wow.
Peace, brothers.
All right, you guys. Thanks, Bob, for coming. Richard, thanks for coming.
Peace, love, and justice, man. Yeah.
I'll talk to you on another time. And hey, you guys, thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging with us. And I'll talk to you guys. Today's what, Wednesday? Yeah, maybe tonight we'll have a show. And I'll see you guys on Friday. All right, you guys. This is Big Kevin saying I'll talk to you guys later. If you guys enjoyed our show, smash that like. And later on, after our show, if you want to leave some comments about this and about that, feel free to leave a comment or two. And I'll talk to you guys all later on. You guys have a good day.
Yeah.
And God bless you guys. All right.
Say
guys.
Which one of those girls you think is the hottest? The black, the pink, the polka dot, or the white bikini?
I know what Richard's going to do later.
No, I don't need to do that. Sorry, buddy.
Just gonna grease up.
No,
All right, boys and girls. Bye-bye.